Evil Larry woke up at 6:66 to go pour himself a bowl of Evil O's. But to his absolute horror, the milk was disappeared. Someone must have steals my milk, Evil Larry thought to himself. Evil Larry stood in complete silence for 12 seconds. This was not normal. Evil Larry never runned out of milk. In fact, Evil Larry owns 17 milks at all times. This is suspicious activities, Evil Larry whispered evilly. But that's when Evil Larry had an idea. He went to go check his fridge camera, but it was unplugged. Evil Larry gasped dramatically for 4 seconds. "I has to get to the bottoms of this," Evil Larry said. He looked out of his window, and that's when he saw a car pull out of his driveway, very suspiciously. "Hey, that's my driveways," Evil Larry said angrily. He then went to go get the evil car 3000, but when he reached the kitchen, he noticed something terrible. There was a milk puddle on the floor. A big one. The biggest milk puddle Evil Larry has ever seen. "Who the freak did this?" said Evil Larry while stroking his penar nervously. The penar was glowing, and that was not goods. When the penar glows, it means something's evil has happened nearby. Evil Larry quickly grabbed his keys and sprinted outside like a suspicious raccoon. He jumped into the evil car 3000 and started the engine. The engine sounded like 14 lawnmowers arguing. "Time to investigate," Evil Larry said. He slammed the gas pedal and the evil car 3000 accelerated to a dangerous speed of 27 miles per hour. Meanwhile, the suspicious car that was leaving Larry's driveway turned onto a dark road. Evil Larry followed it from a distance like a professional detective. He even put on sunglasses even though it was still dark outside. The suspicious car suddenly pulled over into a creepy alley. Evil Larry slowly rolled into the alley, and that's when he saw something unbelievable. It was Freaky James. Freaky James was standing next to a crate of milk cartons, and next to him was a mysterious man. It was Little Jim Bob. Little Jim Bob was a 32-year-old milk enthusiast. Little Jim Bob grabbed one of the milks and nodded. "Pleasure's doing business," said Freaky James. "I really likes milk," said Little Jim Bob. Little Jim Bob then disappeared into the shadows, never to be seen again. Evil Larry gasped so loudly that a nearby pigeon fell over. "Ha! I caught you in 5K, nerd," yelled Evil Larry. Evil Larry jumped out of the evil car 3000 and pointed dramatically. Freaky James froze. "Oh noes," said Freaky James. "That's my milks, you criminal fella," Evil Larry shouted. "Nuh-uhs," said Freaky James. "Yah-huz," said Evil Larry. They argued for 30 seconds, but Freaky James suddenly ran away. Evil Larry chased him. The chase lasted approximately 14 seconds. Freaky James tripped on a banana peel that was not there before. Evil Larry took out his phone. He had recorded the entire crimes in ultra-realistic 5K on his iPhone 18. "You done for, buddy," Evil Larry said. Evil Larry then drove straight to the police station. He kicked the door open dramatically, even though it was automatic. "See, officers, that's the one," said Larry while showing them the realistic 5K video. The police officers watched the video. They replayed it. They zoomed in. They zoomed in again. One officer zoomed in so far that the video became a picture of a milk molecule. "This is very serious milk crimes," said the officer. They immediately sent in investigations. The investigation lasted 3 whole days. During those 3 days, Evil Larry ate dry Evil O's without milk. This made him extremely angry. Finally, the police captured Freaky James. They also found Little Jim Bob hiding behind a vending machine, drinking milk. They were both brought to court. The courtroom was very serious. There was a judge. There was a hammer. There was also a vending machine for some reasons. "Explain yourselves," said the judge. Freaky James adjusted his suspicious jacket. "Your Honor, it appears I mistook Larry's house for mine's," said James with a devious smirk, for he was a devious fella. The courtroom gasped. "I really likes milk," said Little Jim Bob. The judge nodded slowly. He slammed the hammer. After careful thinking, I have made my decisions, said the judge. Freaky James and Little Jim Bob, you are both sentenced to 30 minutes in the Pinar explosion chamber. The entire courtroom gasped again. The Pinar explosion chamber was very loud, very shiny, and very explodey. Justice, whispered Evil Larry. After the trials, the government funded Evil Larry $5 for his milk. Evil Larry used the $5 to buy a new milk. He poured himself a fresh bowl of Evil O's. He sat down peacefully, but then he looked at the milk carton. It said something terrifying. Property of suspicious Dave. Evil Larry slowly looked at the camera. This is not overs, Evil Larry said.